So, you want gravity chamber? If you do, be prepared to suffer. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you aren't, you need to turn back because Snake made the process cruel. Now, first thing I'm going to explain is how it works. So I'm going to need you to pay attention. All right, so first, you go to the menu, go to equipment, all right? Then go to the capsules. After that, you got to find the gravity chamber capsule, equip that, hold period, and then use it, all right? Of course, you have to find a place to put it. I'm just going to put it somewhere random. Put it right here. And there. That's the gravity chamber, all right? Now, once you go inside, you can change the gravity and spar. Something to note is there is a drone feature that you have to upgrade the chamber for, which I have no clue how to do. Now, for XP, you get XP via sparring, running around, and using the push-up emote. Make sure when you use the gravity setting, you set it to the highest it can go without taking your HP for a maximum of like 500. I know that my character right now can only take like, I think 190 gravity. So just make sure you pick the gravity that you're not taking damage at. All right. One thing I forgot to say is that you can have friends inside of your gravity chamber. You need to be in the party with them if you want them to go inside of there. Right now, like I said before, push-ups is probably like the best way, or I don't think I said this before, but push-ups are probably like the best way to get AXP in here right now. But later on, probably outside of the beta, he's gonna buff the gravity chamber, hopefully. Now, for the method of obtaining the gravity chamber, it is excruciating. You need to go to Dr. Briefs and Capsule Corp and then get 15 capsules. You need to get 15 capsules. The way to get 15 capsules is by completing capsule research on a bunch of different NPC. You have to kill like 50 different NPC of one species and then 100 of another species. It's very, very, very time consuming. So I'm going to put up a list on the screen of all the NPC you need to complete, and then I'm going to take you to them and then tell you how much you have to complete of them. All right? All right, first you go to Capsule Corp. You go down here over to the gravity chamber. You talk to Dr. Briefs. He's going to give you a quest. The quest is to complete a capsule for him, right? He'll give you the capsule tracker, right? You go to skills, other, and then equip the capsule tracker. Once you have that done, then you start tracking all the NPC that you need. So here's the list. I'm going to put it up, right? Little disclaimer, I got this from another beta tester called Tapwater. The first is the female bandits. Then we have the Chi Masters, the aliens, big snakes, bear, evil Saiyan, mad scientist, proto android S, the big boar, dino, universal champion, the Namekians or the purple dudes, the pterodactyls, Jiras, and the frog. All right, so here's our first one, the female bandit. That's a little gold NPC, but do not do the male bandits. They do not have capsule data. I'll show you real quick. They do not have capsule data. You always have to go for the ones that have capsule data. You have to do 28 female bandits. This one's actually one of the easier ones. Another thing to note is that when you're doing this, once you hit the 28, you do have to make sure you press it again, the capsule tracker again, so you can get this message. The description needs to pop up. And then you go back to Dr. Briefs and you get the capsule from him for completing this NPC. All right? All right, so the next two are actually right below Satan City. You go down that road, and then right over here are the Chi Masters. You have to do 50 of those. This is actually relatively easy. Over here, though, is the proto-androids. Where is Android S? Android S is the one with the shield. Let me see if I can find him before any of them hit me. This one is actually very, very excruciating. I won't lie. You have to do 50 of these dudes, all right? The ones with the shield on them. All right, so the next ones I'm about to show you are actually extremely easy. Please buy Destructo Disc. It will make things even easier than they actually are. See? This one's the big snake. You need to complete these as well. You have to complete 75 of them. Like I said, this is also relatively easy. The next ones are down here, which would be the bears. Let me see if I can find one. Right down here. What was that? Okay. The bears right here. You have to complete 100 bears. Dang, bro, what is that? That's loud. Remember, use the Destructo Disc. It's going to be pretty easy. Then over here, you actually have to go over to these dudes, the aliens. And then you have to complete 50 of these. These dudes are also pretty easy. You can one-shot them with the Destructo Disc, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, you can one-shot them with Destructo Disc. I'll show you my stats. Because I'm a melee build and I still one-shot them. I only have 31 in key damage. So yeah, it's relatively easy. The next couple are actually back-to-back. They're in the mountain range. So first are going to be the pterodactyls. Is this close enough? It's not close enough. Please, I don't want to get too close. All right. The pterodactyls, you have to complete 25 of these. These dudes are actually pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty hard to do. Yeah, that's all there is to say about that. Then there is these dudes. What are these? What are they called, actually? Hold on. Let me see what they're called. They're called the Dino. Okay, so dinos, you have to complete 5 of them. You will get folded by them. Like, regardless. They can jump. They have like a 200-meter vertical, bro. They can jump pretty far. Is Universal... Is he shiny? Is it a shiny Universal Champ? I hope not. Okay. You have to complete 5 Universal Champions. Alright. The Universal Champions, good luck. Go ahead and get like somebody else that can help you with them. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, next you have to go over here. And then the Purple Fighters. The Purple Fighters are pretty easy once you hit like level 60. You have to do 50 of them, which is a little bit annoying because they are kind of like a 1v1 situation. The next couple are actually right next to the Destroyed City, right over here. The first one, I think these are Jiras. Let me try to find one real quick. I'm gonna have to get on my Nimbus in a second. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer. These dudes, you only have to complete 5 of them, and they're actually pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna actually get the Nimbus. All right. You're gonna lie, Nimbus is amazing, guys. Nimbus is amazing. All right, so next one is the frogs. The frogs are honestly probably the easiest annoying ones you can do. They're very, very annoying. You have to complete 50 of them. They kind of like jump around every time you attack, which is pretty annoying. I gotta move my phone. All right, Majin's over there. I don't recommend doing those, I'm not gonna lie. And these dudes, I also don't recommend them, if you know who I'm talking about. All right, so here's the big boar. They kind of like spawn all around the map, but you have to complete 20 of them. This one was actually relatively easy for me. I just used like time skip Molotov and Destructo Disc. All right, next ones are the Evil Saiyans. The Evil Saiyans are gonna be impossible without a friend, I'm not gonna lie. Because you definitely have to complete, like, let me see. You have to complete 50 Evil Saiyans. Some of them go Super Saiyan. Those are not easy. I'm just gonna say that straight up. All right, so the last two, right over here. This is the Mad Scientist. You have to complete 20 of them. You should be able to 1v1 this dude at some point around my level, especially if you have a form that is not Kaioken. Alright, so this dude right over here, this guy is the pirate robot. He is pretty easy. He just kind of lights you up with the machine gun he has on him. You have to complete 15 of them. I do recommend doing this. I think that's it. So, yeah. Yo, video over. Like and subscribe. All that jazz. Join my Discord, actually. I'm gonna start like a guild on this game. And thank you for watching. See ya. Go down, let's go down, let's go down. Actually, where is this at? There we go. Okay, gravity chamber. Gravity chamber. Alright. Then we hold period. And hold on. We gotta like find a place to put it. I'm gonna throw out my gravity chamber right here. Alright. Gravity chamber. Let's go. Alright, on the inside we can change like the gravity level.